With the Resident Evil remakes being some of the most successful and high quality titles that Capcom have put out in the past couple of years, this made me ask the question, what other Capcom and Capcom franchises deserve to be remade with absolute love and absolute high quality? Hello guys, my name is Callie and I cover JRPGs and fighting games primarily. However, Capcom is one of my favorite studios and they have just such a great library of games that needs the remake treatment. So today I'm going to give you 5 of my top choices of Capcom games that should be remade in the RE engine because that engine is absolutely amazing. Let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Now, disclaimer, these are my personal top 5 and they are my top 5 that I see likely that will happen. I'm also not including any other Resident Evil games because they are very likely to be remade, so let's go ahead and leave those out for now, okay? So let's jump into the video. First and foremost has to be the Dead Rising series. This series was so absolutely amazing and it was so unique, and it was one of Capcom's best sellers. Number 1 and number 2 will go on to sell millions of copies. This game was so fun, and if there's any game that would benefit from the RE engine, it is a Dead Rising reboot or a Dead Rising remake. Capcom, go back and remake the first game, remake the second game if you want to, or just remake the whole series. Be sure to keep Frank West or Chuck Green. However, there is still so much untapped potential with the Dead Rising series. I can imagine it now, if one of these games got remade with the same quality and the same care that the Resident Evil games get remade with, Dead Rising could become a huge hit again. I love these games so much and they have such a special place in my heart. And honestly, I could go on and make an entire video about why the Dead Rising series needs to come back or be rebooted. However, there is a rumor out there from a reputable source that there could be something on the horizon for Dead Rising fans. However, I'll cover that in the Dead Rising video. This game would be one of my top picks for a Capcom remake treatment. And before you say anything, Dead Rising 3 and 4 does not exist. Now, my number 2 is a bit of a favorite personal game for me. Yes, this one has a lot of context, but I would love to see a Megaman Legends remake. The video you see on screen here is a fan project and it is by no means official. Now, I know there's also the possibility that Capcom may just do a Mega Man Legends 1 and 2 HD Legacy Collection. However, what if they did decide to go the route to actually remake the first Mega Man Legends to reintroduce him to the current generation of gamers or the current generation of players? I don't know a better way to do it than to remake the first Mega Man Legends and show what a modern control Mega Man Legends would actually look like, or just the first 3D modern Mega Man game in our time. This one has a very low chance of happening, but I wanted to include it on my list because it's one of my personal favorites, and I would rejoice happy tears if I were to see a Mega Man Legends remake. A man can dream, right? Next would be Dino Crisis. Now, this game was basically Resident Evil with dinosaurs. I mean, look at the camera angles, look at the atmosphere, look at how you open doors. I have no idea why Capcom has not pounced on the idea of remaking Dino Crisis, especially when I've seen so many of its fans asking for the game to be remade. And I just think it's an amazing idea altogether, especially with the amazing new engine that they have, and seeing as how this game closely mirrored the first couple of Resident Evil games. I think this game would be a phenomenal concept in 2024. I think it would be a way more profitable and compelling concept than what they did with Exoprimal. I have no idea how Exoprimal was greenlit when we already had a Dino-esque game ready to go. I have no idea what happened there, Capcom. However, I just know you need to fix it, remake either Dino Crisis or give this game a remaster so that the current people can know that this game even exists. There's a great deal of people and folks who have no idea that this game is even a thing. This game would go on to become a cult favorite from its fans. However, it absolutely deserves the remake treatment. Between Dino Crisis and Dead Rising, I have no idea which game needs it more. I would lean more toward Dino Crisis. However, I'm not a personal big fan, but this game deserves to be remade, especially with the new technology that we have. So this is my number 3. Now we're going to take it back to the golden age of the Sega Dreamcast, and if you know, you know. Power Stone for the Sega Dreamcast was absolutely one of my favorite games. It was a party-styled fighter, if you will, and you could collect the stones, get upgrades, get superpowers, use anything on the field to smash your opponents and smash your enemy, and this game was just a boatload of fun. Now, if I recall, there was a slight rumor going around that this game was potentially being considered to be remade at Capcom. However, nothing has came of it as of yet. But Power Stone is absolutely deserving of a remake. More people should know about this game. More people should know the concept of this game. And I think this game would be phenomenal in the current age of gaming. You could do all sorts of cameos with other Capcom characters like Ryu from Street Fighter, maybe Morgan from Darkstalkers, maybe put Megaman in here. I could see Power Stone being an absolute powerhouse in the future of gaming. I just think for the fighting game genre, it's a boatload of fun. It deserves to come back. It deserves to have online play, co-op play. There's so many things that Capcom could do with Power Stone to put it in sort of a prime place to be consumed by the audience. I think people would love this game if they only really knew about it. I don't think many people know about Power Stone. So if this game were to come back, it would make me absolutely happy, and I believe that this is one of the games that Capcom should highly consider for remaking, because this game right here, if you know, you know. So Power Stone should definitely be considered for a remake or a remaster or even a reboot. I think it would be an absolute smash success. No relation to Smash Bros, of course, but I think this game could be Capcom's version of Smash Bros by putting a plethora of different Capcom characters in it, as well as amazing modern online features and things like that. Man, we have a winner here. So Capcom, I hope you're paying attention, and I hope this game is somewhere on your radar. And for my fifth and final game, you guys heard me talk about this one before, and that is Rival Schools. Yes, I'm ending both with two fighting games of sorts because I love fighting games at heart. And I believe with the success of Street Fighter 6, we had Akira in Street Fighter 5. I think it's time to revisit Rival Schools and reboot this game. Now, while it may not reach the height of Street Fighter, it's still a nice game to have in the catalog. It's a nice game to be potentially rebooted for a less effective cost. I sincerely believe that Capcom could and would find an audience for this game, as most fighting gamers tend to cross over and we tend to go over to other games that remind us of games that we like. And for me, I would love to experience the essence and what made Rival Schools specials back in the 90s for myself. I would love to see this game rebooted. To me, I can never have enough fighting games, but I do understand the potential oversaturation of fighting games. So while Capcom may be a little nervous, I think this would be the perfect game to reboot if you wanted to target a slightly different, younger audience than maybe that of Street Fighter. So there you have it, guys. Those are my top 5 Capcom franchises / games that I think should be rebooted. Now again, I could do a part 2 to this because there's so many amazing games that Capcom have in their library, but in my honest opinion, I feel that Dead Rising and Dino Crisis of this list is the most deserving of a reboot and a remaster, because those games actually have million seller potential. Definitely going to do a solo video on Dead Rising just because that franchise means so much to me. But thank you guys for watching the video. Be sure to give me your top 5 Capcom series that you would like to see rebooted or remade in today's current age of gaming. Don't be shy, leave me a comment. I love responding to you guys. Consider joining the channel if you love content like this. Hit the like button, and I'll see you guys on the next video. God bless.